I'm seeing a ton of comments already rolling in with condolences to our family. So thank you very much. Out of, well, two reasons. One, if I talk about it, I'm going to cry and I don't want to. So two, out of respect for Garrison's mom and the family, I'm just not going to go into any detail. I'm not going to answer any questions, so please don't ask them. I just want to respect the family, and I hope that you will all respect us.
Last Friday, March 15th, Mary Brown and her friend Jen went live on Instagram. Now, her Fridays with Friends thing on Instagram Live, they can last like an hour or more sometimes, but this one less than 30 minutes. And Mary set the expectation right up front. I mean, you just saw it. She appreciates the thoughts and prayers, but please don't expect too many details about Garrison's passing or how the family is doing, because you know people got on her live and immediately started asking for the details. And even though Mary started out like that, if you've ever experienced anything like this, then you know grief is not going to follow your directions. It's not going to stay hidden. And so eventually, Mary did start talking about what the past few weeks have been like for her.
At what point, at what point, like, my words aren't even coming out of my mouth. It's like I'm grieving and I have to like focus on all that, like, because it's healthy too. And also, you've got like regular life that you have to do as well. I mean, I definitely do spend some time just sitting and doing nothing.
Just in case you happen to have read some of the comments that people were leaving while Mary was talking, I should note that Mary did share with the audience that she had a colonoscopy done earlier that day. So there was like this side conversation happening in the comments of people sharing their experiences of colonoscopies. But anyway, you might remember that one of Mary's sisters, passed away from colon cancer in an early season of the show. And so we know that Mary takes colonoscopies and colon health and all that stuff very seriously. Anyway, Mary went on to talk about this kind of strange experience of grief and how you have to grieve. You can't escape it, but there does come a moment when you feel like you have to get back to your life. And she shared a story about her brother who passed away last fall and how she was in this same moment of, I need to grieve, but also I have these obligations that I have to take care of. And so the question that she's pondering is like, when is the right time to do that? How do you move on without people saying too much? That's what I got. And especially when you're a public figure and there are lots of people telling you, they feel like they have a right to tell you, you've moved on too fast, moved on too slowly. Everything you're doing is wrong. Christine encountered this same type of questioning when she posted this on her Instagram last week. Our Moab home has its own IG account where our guests can share their experiences and pick their favorite room. And, it goes on and on. But anyway, the comments were like this funny combination of, Christine, this is strange and distasteful, to, can you tell me what color paint you used? If you go check out Christine's Instagram page now, you'll see that some of the comments have been deleted. And to me, it's clear that whoever runs Christine's Instagram account, whether it's her or someone else, they don't want to hear from every single person right now about whether or not it's appropriate for her to post anything beyond her grief. It is worth noting that the very next post on Christine's page was like an ode to Garrison. I guess she made his favorite breakfast in his honor, along with this excerpt from the caption. She wrote, "We're always going to remember and honor Garrison, no matter what life throws at us daily. It's such a difficult balance, embracing life and daily routines, like celebrating holidays and working while grieving." Of course, it's not just the moms who are working through this. Madison just posted this on her Instagram page today, Monday, March 18th.
Obviously, the first week was horrible. We were 2 weeks post Garrison's death. Last week was my kids' spring break. And I didn't put pressure to go back to real life.
Madison goes on to say that she wanted to share what she's learned before she starts posting her regular stuff again. And she said there are 4 things that she's learned since her brother's passing. Number 1, mental health is important. She says very clearly that Garrison wasn't bullied. He just struggled with mental health issues. Number 2, time is precious. If you're not happy with things, Madison says, then do things differently because you don't have forever. Number 3, social media is not real. She says it's a highlight reel. Madison said that she used to talk with Garrison about this, that social media can make you feel bad, like you're behind, but it's not real. So don't compare your real life to it. And number 4, Madison encouraged her audience to remember the value of community, loving each other, even through the differences. Madison encouraged her audience to get off their screens, and if they don't have community, then take the time to connect with people around them. Now, if we've been in conversation before, then you know maybe that I'm going through my own grieving process right now, and it is very different from the Browns. My grief is pretty private, and I am holding it very close to me, maybe too close. But I have found myself feeling bad for the Browns. I hate that they have to do this so publicly. They have to explain every step of the way why they're taking the next step that they're taking. But as it turns out, and I think we all knew this, there is no one right way to grieve. Jane Murray, a bereavement services manager at the Marie Curie Hospice, said in an article that I'll put a link to it in the description box, it can be very difficult to cope with the loss when everyone's watching you. And it might feel like you're being judged no matter what you do. For some people, being able to put on a mask and project a sense of strength can be helpful. But at the same time, when grief is public, there may be comfort in the fact that their feelings are shared by thousands, even millions of fellow mourners. It can bring a sense of togetherness and community spirit. In the coming days and weeks, I'm sure more and more members of the Brown family will start reappearing on social media. And my hope is that there isn't some like talent manager or producer somewhere making them be there, but that they're facing the public because they're ready to. As always, thank you for being here and for thinking about this stuff with me. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.